I'm on a mission to beat 100 video games every year, and I just finished Super Mario Land. Let's talk about it. I've been playing a lot of older games lately, and the Mario entries are some of my very favorites, but this one isn't quite up to the same standard. I get that it's a Game Boy launch title, and I'm old enough to remember that it would have been extremely impressive to have a full game like this available on the go given the technical limitations of the era, but the fact is most Game Boy companion games like this are very basic versions of their console counterparts, and playing them side by side in 2024, they just aren't as impressive. And it doesn't help that I'm playing on a much larger screen than originally intended, which probably contributed to the imprecise platforming and hitbox issues that might have barely been noticeable on handheld. They did take some pretty big swings with game design, the enemy variety was notable, the boss fights were fairly interesting, and the flying levels were actually pretty great. But while the other early Mario games all laid the groundwork for iconic characters and settings in this universe, the weird Egyptian backdrop and kung fu style enemies seen here never exactly screamed Mario to me. I don't want to be overly harsh because if I'm a 9-year-old with a Game Boy in my hands, this is great, but playing them in order now, this is easily my least favorite so far. I ranked this 54 out of the 65 games I've beaten so far this year, and 421 out of 512 all time. Next up, Tales of Iron.